So, we all remember how a few years ago we got the influx of refugees coming into the US and how the country got in a big tizzy trying to figure out what to do. But that's from the civilian point of view. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be the refugee? What about a child of the refugee coming to a new country for the new time? Coming to the country for a first time? What would it be like? What journey have they been through? Well, if you're going to be teaching elementary school, I have a book for you. This is Marwan's Journey, and this is about a young Middle Eastern boy escaping his war-torn homeland with a broken family in hopes of having a better future in another country. He took nothing but what he could pack and carry in his bag, and he left with hundreds of thousands of other refugees to make this harrowing journey across the desert. And Marwan doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't understand why. All he knows is that he has to keep walking. And he has to make it to this new country, to this new home, start new life. The author of the book is Patricia D. Harris. She was born in Spain and she now lives in Brazil, but she was actually an actress before she was a children's author. And many of her awards have received international recognition, especially this one. The illustrator is Laura Boris, and she studied in both Spain and Italy, and her work has been recognized by the Bologna Children's Book Fair. Now, the book itself is pretty short. It's relatively short. It's 36 pages long, and it primarily doesn't have many words. But, as you can see, it has some pretty interesting art style going on. The art style is actually watercolor and ink-based, and it is very nice to look at. It gives a warm feeling of somewhere else. And it's all done on almost tanned paper, like it's been in the sun, like it's been in a desert. And it's just very appealing to look at. But the book itself is meant for age ranges 5 to 7 years old, so kindergarten to first grade. And for the colors, the best bit of it, in my opinion, is the high contrast that it gives. Like, here. This is Marwan sleeping with the other refugees at night, and he's talking about how he misses his mother. He says, "Sometimes in the cold night, I cry out to her in my dreams. She comes with her black hair streaming and tucks me in with her flower-soft hands." Now, take note of the colors. It's nighttime. Everything's safe. He's tucked into his little knapsack with everybody else. There's his dad over there. We turn the page, and he talks about his hometown. He talks about a memory. He says, "I remember a house. Mommy lit fire when the night fell, and Daddy told stories of our homeland. There was a garden, a cat, and a ray of sunlight that shone every morning on my pillow." Really make note of the colors, because it's bright. There's flora. It's lush. He's happy. And then you turn the page, and everything is dark. It's scary. There's tanks. There's even a black cat for bad luck. And it says, "One night they came. The darkness grew colder, deeper, darker, and swallowed up everything. My house, my garden, my homeland." And this is his first remembrance of what happened to his homeland whenever the military invaded. He doesn't know why they invaded. He doesn't know where they came from. He doesn't know why they're at war. But this entire book is just about his journey and his dream for the future. And I really do enjoy it because it just puts a big contrast on the imagery, because here in the United States, most of us, if we're fortunate enough, won't have to relocate our homes due to damage. We won't have to go through what Marwan went through. But sometimes we might have students that are like that are refugees from somewhere else. And as teachers, we have to make them feel safe. We have to make them feel welcome. And this book can actually help address that topic in younger children. It can, if you read it in class, it might open their minds a little bit that, hey, some people just have to go sometimes, that they have to leave their home. But I promise you, the book doesn't have a sad ending. It has a very hopeful ending that I'm not going to spoil. But most of the book is just about Marwan's experience and him recalling memories of what that trip was like and the uncertainty of where he's going. And it is a really enjoyable book, and I do recommend it for just a little pleasure read. But I hope you enjoy it too. So, here's my poster one last time. I hope it's large enough, but I tried to mimic the watercolor style of the book by actually trying to paint watercolor. It was hard. I am not an artist, but I'm pretty proud of how it came out. I really enjoy it. As you can see, A Boy's Trek Across the Desert, the year the book was published, in 2018. The author and the illustrator, and Marwan himself, off carrying his bag to his new home. So, thank you.